And now I'm going to go across to Tom and Nimue, who is rushing to put away a knitting I just saw. How are you both?
Okay.
We've had beer.
Have you enjoyed it so far?
It's been great.
Absolutely, yes. It's been
Yeah,
amazing.
there's been some fantastic stuff. I was going to be mean and say what was your favourite thing, but I'm not going to do that because that's just me. No, that's definitely me.
No.
So what's
It was
so what's next coming up? Let's first of all talk about the world of Hopeless Maine itself, and kind of things like the literary output and so on. So what's next there? Because I think you've got one more coming up.
We've got the very next thing we're doing, aside from being ominous on the Gloucester Folk Trail, is we've got a gallery show locally in March.
All right.
And hopefully, at some point, we finish recording the album. We have, it's my understanding, 2 songs left to record. So,
let's talk about that in a minute. So what else have we got coming up in terms of books and publications and things? Have we got anything coming in the pipeline?
Right. The final graphic novel volume. This is not the end of the story, but this is the end of the graphic novel arc. Will be coming out in July.
In July?
Yes.
I know a lot of people will be waiting for that with bated breath to find out what the next stage of the story is. So you mentioned the final graphic novel, but not the end of the story. So what's happening? What's going to be happening after that?
Well, we're moving away from graphic novels because they take a ridiculous amount of time. They're very hard on the artist, and we want to stop hurting him.
In that way. Yeah.
So moving towards illustrated fiction. There are 2 complete kind of small novels, novellas, small novels, waiting for illustration at this point, plus a book of Mrs. Beeton that we need to put out the destiny of at some point. They will be coming out.
Maybe a mysterious illustrator, as I understand it.
Yes. We're working on a new illustrator, haha. But yeah, those will come out after the graphic novel series because it frankly wouldn't make a lot of sense to kind of put them out before people know how it ends, because that's quite an important shift.
Yeah.
There are some major plot things, unshockingly, that happen at the end of the series. And then life on the island continues, and I'm quite excited about how that goes, actually. So I'm looking forward to sharing it with people.
Yeah, well, I know I'm quite excited because I've been working with you on the Mrs. Beeton book, which basically takes some of the columns that you've written for Mrs. Beeton and 1 or 2 ones I've written, and basically bashes it and crams it into a story of some sort. And I'm quite excited by that because I like the way that's working, and it's kind of slightly ambiguous, but and in a way, each of the kind of columns reads as their own thing, but you can read the whole thing as a narrative. So that's quite exciting. So I'm hoping we can get that out at some point because that's really cool.
Yes. We must inflict some. I like what you did with it. It was fun.
Yeah, I really love the character Mrs. Beeton. So it's just. I just wanted to get in and do something with that character as well. So together we've done something. Where was I going with this? I was just thinking about other stuff that's coming up. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunities. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's Hopeless Maine is a very collaborative thing. So I know you're always interested in people collaborating and contributing to the Vendetta, which is the website. So if there's anybody out there that wants to contribute, then check out the Hopeless Vendetta. You can find it. It's a blog. You can find it by searching for it on the web, and have a read, and then potentially contribute. Send stuff in because that's the way it works. I hope I'm not presuming too much, but
it's good to have new people. We've got new people next week. It's very exciting.
Cool. And then so we mentioned the album a little bit. So this is something which perhaps not many people have heard of yet, but maybe they have. But obviously you've been singing as the Ominous Folk for a while now, and that's the 4 of you. So that's you 2 plus James Weasel Grease, I can't say that probably, and Susie Roberts, and that's truly fabulous. We saw Demon Devices at the beginning of the show, which is a great song of mine, great favourite of mine. So what's happening with the Ominous Folk, first of all? And then we'll talk about the album.
Well, we've enlisted this rather excellent songwriter who we're very excited about working with, and that's been great. The difficulty is making him turn up and do things, but hopefully there will be more of that in the offing.
I have no idea. I have no idea who you're talking about.
No, it's a mystery.
It's mystery, yeah. I was just going to say that.
Big mystery. Big mystery.
Yeah.
Yes,
but you're doing.
yes,
you have got quite a lot of shows coming up. I think quite a lot of performances.
Yeah. Enough that I'd have to think about it to try and tell you what we're doing. But we're out pretty much every month, some of them several times, doing things. We're all over the place.
Yeah,
we do a lot
really
locally, but we do also go to other people's events. We're all over the place, like some kind of weird tentacular disease, which is great fun.
Was that the plan at the beginning? Let's become some weird tentacular disease. Yeah. Okay. Now I know. You've got several songs under your belt. You do actually do quite a lot of covers as well, which some of them I love because they're some of my favourite songs. But people have been asking at the end of your gigs, do you have a CD?
They have, yes.
And so I presume this prompted the idea of putting an album together?
We started thinking in the autumn that maybe we had enough material, and we've ended up with so much material that we're not doing much trad in it, and we're going to have to come back and do the trad stuff later. But yeah, it's been an interesting process. We've got a mix of original stuff and stuff that's been written for us, and folky things that I have badly abused. And between this, there's quite a lot of material at this point. And
we've
obviously,
already got the plan for because a lot of bands come out with the first album, and then of course that's a tremendous success, as this will be. And then it's like, how are you going to follow that up? We've already got the follow-up plan, so no problem.
Yeah, but then it's the difficult third album you've got to crack. That's the one,
Don't.
Worry about that when we get nearer to it.
Well, I should probably confess my own involvement in that you asked me to because I have the kit. I think that was the main thing. I think I had the right gear. That was why you asked me.
No, that wasn't it.
I've actually been doing some of the recordings, and so we've been recording in the church at Gloucester. Which is fantastic sound, absolutely fantastic sound, but of a very distinct kind. And we've been recording at the Folk of Gloucester, which is a lovely venue. And we've been recording in Susie's kitchen.
That's romantic, but easier to get to.
Yeah, so there's a nice mix there. And also, you've managed to twist my arm into writing a couple of songs. Doesn't take much twisting. And I think since we're talking about the album, we ought to perhaps feature one of the songs next.
Good idea.
This is one that I wrote, and you'll know it's one I wrote because it's not entirely serious, whereas a lot of the ominous folks ones are quite ominous. I wouldn't describe this one as ominous, but this came out of a conversation where I thought, you know what, Hopeless Maine ought to have an anthem. All countries have anthems. They're all really bizarre. They're all very odd and peculiar. The lyrics are very strange. They never make any sense, and I thought, well, that's perfect for Hopeless. So let's write a Hopeless anthem. So I wrote this thing, and then all of a sudden it just blossomed into this this whole performance. And and then what's worse, you twisted my arm to make me sing it. So I guess with that wonderful introduction, I suppose I better introduce. This is the Hopeless anthem from the Ominous Folk, and it features another young lady called Kat, who happens to be my daughter, who has the world's most fabulous voice, which is entirely not used on this song. But there we go.
On this song.
Not on this song, no. So here we go. Here's Hopeless Anthem. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun recording it. We hope you enjoy it. Bum bum ba ba da bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Bum bum ba ba da bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. Oh, hush,
up upon the shores of mighty hopeless Maine. Making the good life here we come to home again. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. Of tentacles and monsters, the island up the bound. A constant mist of beat, yes, death is all around. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. Demons and murderers, witches and the cursed. Elemental blobs of light, vampires with bloodthirst. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. Survival our only goal despite the million threats. Chances are pretty slim, but we like making bets. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. Resilience and fortitude, courage and determined will. Optimism, strength and faith will help us steer still. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. Well, the teeth, 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 the teeth. Up what's below all the west. Teeth. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless to the core. We are hopeless, hopeless, hopeless evermore. I thank you. Of tentacles and monsters, the island up the bound. A collection of sorry.
I made it smaller again.
If I was a neat one.
This is definitely not fair because you guys, it doesn't matter if you get it wrong.
Yeah,
It's just funny.
Nobody will know.
No, we're just really good.
Being wrong.
Yeah.
We're just really wrong.
Right, sorry about this. I just lost the whole thing then.
This will be really funny when you watch it all back.
Yeah,
Yeah. This will amuse
I
you.
can't sleep. So we had no fun doing that whatsoever. It was a real chore. It was real hard to do. I mean, it was just such a we just suffered so much in that. No, we had a great deal of fun doing that. That was a great deal of fun, and thank you very much to Tom Nimue for firstly indulging in performing the song, and secondly in asking me to sing it. Thank you very much. Now, there are a lot of wonderful characters in the world of Hopeless Maine. Characters you can hate, characters you can love, characters that inspire things. And one particular character, quite a few people I think quite liked, and I quite liked. So I featured this person in my little book that I wrote called The Odyssey, which we had launched on Kickstarter a little while ago. Still available, by the way, if anyone wants to buy a copy. So at some point, again, because of the involvement with the Ominous Folk, I wrote a song. Be clear of your intentions. Do not try to deceive. Enter only by invitation. Be wary when you leave. Unknown is her power. Who knows what she believes? Be agenda that she follows, the web that she weaves. A cat, a broom, a darkened room, a slightly tainted tea. Just beware of a dangerous care. Anne-Marie, want to enchant your lover. She may take your side, or she may move against you, deny you your bride, or want to curse a rival. She may not even care. Ask if you are bold enough, and gamble if you dare. A cat, a broom, a darkened room, an old box with a key. Just beware of a dangerous care. Anne-Marie, have a problem with a demon, she may decide to assist. If she takes against you, you struggle to resist. Your mother lying ill, and you know not what to do. In desperation you call on her, but will she see you through? A cat, a broom, a darkened room, a scream, a whimper, a plea. Just beware of a dangerous care. Anne-Marie, is she good or evil? Well, it's kinda hard to tell. You'd best tread warily, or she'll put you under a spell. Which your wise woman, magnificent or tragic? Do you really want to challenge the power of her magic? A cat, a broom, a darkened room, a slightly tainted tea. Just beware of a dangerous care. Anne-Marie, Anne-Marie, Yes, and this is me going red now. So that was something I did very quickly because I thought it'd make a nice surprise for this evening. And that will actually, I think that song will be on the Ominous Folk of Hopeless Maine album. You'll be pleased to know, probably not in that version. So, but anyway, there it is. That's the thing. And just to remind you that we're going to end shortly. I know, I can hear you all going, shame, sadness and all that. We're going to end in a bit, but don't forget, we're going to come back. So we're going to finish Anomaly, the actual program, and then we're going to come back with 2 more stories for you to listen to through the night. And that's Tam Caddick's The Burn and Joseph Robertson reading Steve C. Davis' The Last Bus Home, both of which are rather fab. So do come back and join us for that. We'll be going off live and then come back on live, if that makes sense. So I was trying to think of a way of ending this. So I decided I thought I might channel I think it's a scientist. I'm not sure his character name is scientist or whatever. But anyway, Charles Gray in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is always my go-to for sort of deep, meaningful stuff. So here's how we're going to end the show. Madness. Madness. They call it madness. It's plain to see that is what they mean to me. Madness. Madness. They call it gladness. Is it madness to seek solace in the dark recesses of the mind when the world around you has gone mad? Why should we not embrace wild fantasies, if such amusement offers respite from the horrors of the real world? There are those who say that life is an illusion, and that reality is but a figment of the imagination. I would suggest that together we construct these communal stories and implausible myths to offer some shared sense of being, bringing us closer as we scare ourselves or reference common beliefs, dreams, heroes, and monsters. A virtual huddle against the real demons walking the earth. Perhaps such a shared madness as we display here is the truth of the things, and beyond is the fantasy. Whatever form that your madness doth take, whether it's based on Mr. Arben's elder gods, fish people, non-Euclidean geometry, Andrea, or the world that Tom and Nimue make, with dust cats, mist, witches, and hairy coffee, or the meaningless gibberish spouted by 7 scar-loving nutters from Camden Town, you have been welcome. The Eldritch Broadcasting Corporation is here for you. We are listening. Come to us with your madness, your fantasies, your troubling experiences, and we will believe you. This evening, then, enjoyment, entertainment, amusement, time wasting, perhaps, enchantment, beguilement, possibly. All these words seem inappropriate, twisted, wrong even. We simply hope you attended and were not too troubled by Anomaly.